Penny keeps stealing my glasses and saying, I big Penny,
It's
which
adorable.
means I have fingerprints all over
At
every
least they're
pair of
not scratched.
glasses. Yeah,
Angela's
they might be.
scratched so badly right now. It's no good. Oh, Brittany's
Yay,
on. Happy Friday.
Brittany's here.
It did
We need
not
to
feel
have
like
her
a
on
Friday
for
to
real.
me. Like, I don't know why. It just,
I understand.
I don't know. Maybe because I was in the office. I'm not normally in the office on Friday, but I was in for quite a while today.
Oh, I need to pull up my iPad. I'll be right back.
I know.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm just grabbing it.
Chantel is grabbing things. I still don't
I
know what I'm going to sew this week. I feel like my creative juices have been fulfilled elsewhere, although I do need to start editing videos for my book like very soon.
There's definitely juices.
Like I definitely that sounded like Michael Scott needs to say that's what she said is what
That's what she said. I mean, based on the book you've been writing,
No, I have been adding way more get to know you scenes that have nothing to do with anything like that.
that's fair.
We're
She
watching
wrote
them
the good
fall
stuff
in
right off
love.
the bat.
We're watching them
This is
fall
a
in love.
sewing channel mostly.
It is.
However,
We get
do we
into
know
other
what we
stuff.
do anymore? We have no idea.
Oh, I don't know what I'm
So
doing with my life.
my big revelation this week in quilting is that I don't own, you're going to be like, yeah, duh. I don't own enough hours in my life to quilt the amount of quilt tops I have sitting in my drawer.
I mean,
I have 10 quilt tops in my drawer, and that doesn't count the quilts that are in progress.
hello, Sue. Ooh, I had a shiver there. I don't know. Um, Brittany's following along with the naughtiness. Jan is wondering if I've used an AccuQuilt. I have not, but Chantel is a convert.
I have one,
She can
and
tell
I
you all
am a
about it.
convert, and I love my IQ quote. What do you need to know? I so funny story just
All the
now.
questions in the chat, and Chantel will answer them about the
Yes,
AccuQuilt.
as soon as my iPad works, because I plugged in my kid's password like 4 times in a row, not thinking, instead of my password. And
Mhm.
so now it's locked down for 5 minutes.
Oh well, that happens. One
Just
time,
remind me in four
one time
minutes to
ours
actually put
got
my password in.
locked down for like a over a day.
I
Over a day, Chantel.
I just put the wrong password in like twice. Why does it have to be 4 minutes of timeout? You
Hi,
know,
Crystal. Well, it
I
still
didn't do
is.
that bad.
Thank you for coming. First time on the live. It still is a Quilt Addict
Awesome.
on the channel. There actually will be new videos coming very soon. I have about 8 weeks until my next book comes out.
Wow, is it really
So
that soon?
it really is that. I mean, well, it's 8 weeks until it's supposed to arrive in the country. Technically, it's 12 weeks until it comes out. So,
Are you selling copies yourself through your
I
shop?
am. It is going to be slightly complicated, because legal.
Understand.
Basically, for one of the first times, the contract is with me personally, Stephanie Sebbing,
Okay.
and the website is going through transition right now. So there's going to be a stephaniesebbing.com that I already own the domain for. I've known for a long time. I just never done anything with. So I'm going to get together a website where you will be able to purchase there, as well as other books of mine that I've written. So people will be able to get it. Because part of your compensation of being an author is usually books that are not free, but like you selling them is basically paying your,
Right.
yeah.
So
So
it's like Quilt Addicts not anonymous anymore. It's
basically,
just
yeah.
Stephanie Sebbing.
I actually though, before I get into this tidbit, um, Jan wants to know if it cuts 2.5 inch strips. I think that's 2.5 inch, not 2.5 inch strips, but I think it's 2.5.
Well, yeah, you can get a die for just about anything. So the 2.5 inch strip is probably my number one most used die. And you can do 6 layers at a time, and it
That's
does
smart.
3 strips of 2.5. So that's
How often do you have
18.
to replace those blades?
If you have to replace the blades, you replace the die, and I haven't had a single die I've had to replace.
Really?
And I use that one a lot because I use it for all my binding.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know they're pretty impressive machines.
I'm sure.
They didn't. skimp on that product, and I'm really appreciative of that.
That's good.
Even upgraded at one point. Like I had the regular go that you like crank,
Hmm.
which is not that hard to crank, really. But
It's, I think people who have issues when they
if
get
you
older
have
can
issues with your
struggle.
wrists or whatever,
Yeah.
but it is not, it is because of the way it's built, it doesn't create the amount of force it would take for you to like push it down
Yeah.
or anything like
Makes
that.
sense.
It's like a tool that you can use. It's not so bad.
Mhm.
But I did get the electric one eventually because it's really satisfying to see it go
I
and then all
bet
your fabric
that
is
definitely
done.
gives you the dopamine for
Yeah, and you
sure.
know how I love the dopamine.
Gotta love the dopamine. We were having a
Yeah.
conversation about that at work today about the dopamine because we were putting together some courses and they're like, how long do you think the longest one should be? And I'm like, 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, we like
3 minutes. Nothing
satisfaction.
longer than that. We can have like 10 or 20 3-minute videos or less, and they will watch it. But if we put together one hour video, not gonna happen.
No,
Not gonna
never.
happen.
Never. And the
Yes.
funny thing is that people like me in particular will skip from video to video thinking they don't need the information before, and then we'll go back to the videos. They'll like go two ahead and then skip back one, and then
Yeah.
go two ahead and then skip back one or whatever, because we didn't get all the information. But if you put it in one long video, I fast forward too much and then I lose information. I make it about 45 minutes in of watching 20 minutes of a video and I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it.
That said, my video tutorials will be start to finish, and you're gonna bear it. But
To be
they're
fair,
they're gonna
your
start coming out very
tutorials
soon.
make sense to finish. Most things need segmentation.
Yeah. But
Hey, I got into my iPad.
but yeah. So I need to create in the next week or so, stephanie7.com. I did reach out to a graphic designer friend about potentially like making it more than just a haphazard thing, but I don't think that's going to happen this time around. But I was trying to think ahead, um, because I started an online writing school. This was it this week or last week?
It was just before last
It
week.
was just before
It
last week.
was
Yeah.
it was like the day up. I think you
Yeah,
started it Thursday or Friday last week.
maybe did. And so now I'm just kind of thinking ahead to maybe having fiction books
We're
someday.
finding other ways to fulfill our time. Now, I think for me, quilting is always going to be a huge part of what like makes me go. I'm staring at my fabrics over there right now, and then like that excites me in the same way writing excites you. And it's not that fabric doesn't excite you, but I
Mhm.
would have to admit, me looking at my fabric does probably more for me than it does for you.
I think if I could spend 2 days in my basement cleaning, I would be more excited about being down here.
Amen. I
That's, I
just
think,
found
it.
a dog scoot 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 moment.
What do you
You
mean?
guys, if you guys have been here for a while, you'll probably remember me doing this motion. Yeah, I just found one of those across my floor, and I'm like, I haven't been down here long enough. This
Yeah,
is ridiculous. I'm already cleaning up. The dog has been in here, and I haven't been in here. I don't appreciate that.
yeah. Oh, I get it. I get it.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
But yeah. No, I've got like a routine going now. I've been trying to get up at like 6:30 and like edit whatever I wrote the night before. And then I get to work at 7:30, get going and put in a good day's effort. And then this week I haven't had my kids, but it'll be running around kid time once they're off of school.
Right.
And then once 8 o'clock hits and it's their bedtime, that's like Stephanie's class time slash work on something new. And I may have gotten myself way too excited and added a bunch of stuff that maybe is necessary and maybe is not this week because I'm not supposed to be working on the first book right now. And so I've been just doing way too many things on the second book. And my husband's like, aren't you supposed to just be writing an hour a day? And I'm like, shh, I'm having fun right now.
Don't kill the vibe,
I'm
dude.
making them fall in love. It's really fun.
It's like you can't rush love, man. I
Yes.
gotta have enough time to write this
Yes.
stuff.
We have to like
I'm
actually show
completely
their
invested in this,
vulnerabilities to
though.
one another and have
Completely
to go
invested
through
in the
some
story.
go through some stuff together.
We came up with names and everything.
We
It's
did.
like you're like, I don't know, wait, I don't have names. I'm like, let's make names
No, I
because it's
totally was
easy
not
when it's
going to
not my
submit that.
project.
This is the type
I'm
of friend you need. You need someone when you are like dragging your feet and thinking, I can't do this, who's like, we're not getting off the phone until we get it done. And that was Chantel. Like I was
uh,
literally for 2 months wanted to enter this contest, and it was like a week before, and I hadn't figured out names of the characters or last names of the characters or places.
we did
And
it in 45 minutes, guys.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, this is like what will keep you from turning it in if you don't figure this out. And she would not let me get off the phone. I was no longer allowed to
I
procrastinate. With it,
was bored.
it
I needed
basically,
something to tell my husband, I am busy. I am
yes.
very, this is very important. And you know what? On all sides, it worked.
Well, and I think I was very much having imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to think that I have any shot at this contest?
You
And
do. And even if you don't, you
yeah,
still have to come up with that stuff.
I know. I won't know for quite a while if I won the contest. However, I don't know exactly how this works, but there's a public voting section. It's supposed to
Oh,
be anonymous,
guys, listen to this. It's a public
but
voting
but
section.
I maybe have a little bit of an advantage than some of the other contestants when it comes to public voting.
There is nothing a video can't help from your.
Little bit but an advantage.
If
But
you vote, here's a free quilt pattern.
I cannot, I'm sure I cannot bribe. But
Oh, well, here's a slightly paid quilt pattern,
yeah, I was having
maybe.
a really I don't know, I've just been having a blast working on it.
This video is not sponsored by High Noon, but it
It
should
needs
be.
to be sponsored by Hey Noon.
I know.
100%. We need a
I love
sponsor.
your haircut. It's a good look.
It is totally, I did nothing to it today,
It
but
looks great.
I let it dry. That's what I did.
I just did a video tutorial on using these like flat back jaw clips or whatever
Yeah.
for TikTok. I love these. I'm gonna have to get you some. They're really great.
I okay, I love those in theory. My hair is so thick
These
that
are
it
so strong though. I have very fine hair. They're a little thin for me, but
Ooh, Donna says they don't need anything free in order to vote for me.
oh, thanks, Donna. I
They,
feel like she's voting for me too because I helped. Because
I
I
had,
helped.
but okay. So here's the funny. So I've been taking the course, and there's these lessons, and they wanted you to come up with like your promise statement for the book, which is like the one sentence of like
Oh,
that, like, you know, this
I
is
promise to
basically
deliver.
the essence of it. And then there was like one that was supposed to be um, like another paragraph thing. And
Mhm.
I found that so creatively fulfilling to just get that in there, and ended up writing myself a whole prologue to go in there. So that's no longer the beginning of the book
That's
that
awesome.
I sent in. But it's just, I feel like it kind of makes me think, how could we have like those little bursts in like sewing where like you really think hard about it and every little bit matters. And when you're done, you have something that's just bite sized, but makes you feel so good that you made it happen.
It's like Brittany was working. Brittany's in the chat. Brittany was working on, I gotta grab these. These things are tiny. She gave me these tiny hexagons. She's insane. She's working on these hexagons that are half-inch hexagons. Okay. These are
Oh my
really,
gosh.
they're a little liquid in my
You're
nose.
sewing with those teeny tiny things?
Yeah, that's what Brittany's sewing with. But she's finding fabrics where you think that things wouldn't be important, but she's grabbing little things like the little dandelions,
Oh, that's cute.
or like the tire wheel to look like a flower. And it was not something I want to do personally.
Are
I'm
you
going
sure
to
about
find
that?
something to do. Yeah, I know it totally is within my things that I would do. Or like this fabric where it has little itty bitty words and you could like pick out little words or whatever. Maybe I will do it. You're right, Brittany. But
Get into it.
like there are projects, they don't have to be big projects to be meaningful projects, right? Like I love making
Yeah.
a wall size or just quilting a piece of fabric that I have no idea what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah. Like literally, I
Yeah,
don't know.
these are
I
tiny.
just pulled it up. I'm not going to read it out because I don't know.
You know what I learned
I'm
I
not ready to
really
read it
liked
out.
writing?
But this
I
is
like
literally,
writing manifestos.
I mean, basically, I've done that. I have 226 words, including the title and my name, in this little bit that I wrote that has just been so satisfying. Meanwhile, on book two, I'm well over 500 pages at this point. And
It's
I
a
know I'm gonna have to
romantasy
dial
novel.
it
That is
down.
normal.
Like, I know, but it's long. It's long.
Yeah, but it's book two.
I know, but it's like too much. I'm gonna have to cut some stuff back, I'm sure. But I'm not gonna
No.
do that now. I'll wait till I have someone to guide me.
Brandy's like, they're so cute.
They are so
Oh
cute.
my gosh, and Barbara's
Quarter
starting
inch
a
with
Hexie one.
17,000 hexes. Lord Almighty.
You make me feel very sane, Barbara. Because I'm always the one
Dog is a little bit
starting an
crazy.
English paper piecing project that's like all these little, I mean,
I
like,
feel like
look up
that
there.
one's growing. Did that grow?
It is growing
Okay.
slowly. I'm still in month 3, if you can believe that.
That's 3 months.
That's not even 3 months. That's 2.5 months. Turns out this thing is king size, and I'm getting wallpaper for my bedroom if I ever finish this. I'm like, is there a
Speaking
way for me to
of
make it
our
4
household,
quilts?
Chantel and I have some good stories this week.
Oh my gosh. If you
Really
guys
good
want some
stories.
non-quilting news, we're married, and they are not the heroes that we read about in our
They are
books.
not. You know what, though? Mine has been very good this week. He's bored. Both our
So
husbands
is
are
mine.
bored because they did dumb things.
They
But
did very dumb things.
but
Let's see.
but
My
mine has been
husband
good
started.
about helping things. But go ahead.
So my husband went on a dirt biking trip. Dumb thing number one, right? So he goes on a dirt biking trip with his brother and his dad with 6 motorcycles between the three of them. 2 of them end up not working after a day or whatever. They're the night before they're done. His dad has crashed a motorcycle at this point. His brother is sore as can be because he already has a foot injury. John just tries to get a little bit of air off of an area. I know the area myself that he was in. Um, Crashes, immediately shatters his collarbone.
That not just break, he shattered it.
Oh my God, it was in like 4 pieces plus fragments all over the
Like,
place. It turns out, so the surgeon calls me after the surgery because he had to have surgery on Thursday. And he's like, it's a good thing he decided to go ahead with the surgery because this wouldn't have healed without a surgery. And it's a really good thing he chose plating because it was gnarled and twisted in a way that an x-ray just cannot show. John's like, I figured because it was so painful. He didn't say it quite like that, but it
whatever.
felt like that.
He's a doctor. He's gonna be
It felt like that. It was so painful.
diagnose
And
himself.
he could not move. He was
I
in a
bet.
rough state. And he's mad at himself because he turns 40 on Sunday.
Yep. Happy
So
birthday.
happy birthday. Welcome to old age, buddy. You're not invincible anymore.
You
You
also
fell
now
off
have a
your
shoulder
bike.
that might hurt when it rains. And
It's like if it didn't
you're
already
like,
from
you're
the
like,
amount of
oh, okay,
lifting.
it's gonna rain today.
I feel like there's a chance that it's already raining. Yeah. So he's doing a little bit better. But
Brittany
in
says
other
only
notes,
heals up with minimal whining.
yeah, thank you, Brittany. I wish you were here for this. Oh my God, I need my Brittany back. Also, I didn't even talk to you about this. Potty trained Penny
In a week?
in 3 days.
She was not
John,
even interested in using the potty
no,
when I saw you like
oh my
Saturday.
gosh. So yeah, I know.
Oh, Jan says midlife crisis. He's having a midlife
Oh,
crisis.
he's his
Yes.
midlife crisis is making meats,
The
but
joke
also feeling
is
like
when you
he,
turn 40, you either need to get really into grilling or World War II history, and John chose grilling.
yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wish it was World War II though. That seems a little safer, and the costuming would have been really fun.
Bad.
But the meat Not great for the waistline, but great for a diabetic. And I happen to be one of those. So
It's very yummy.
it's
He
compatible.
can go to the
He can, and you know what? I don't cook, so it works out great
That's perfect.
for me in particular. We don't eat sides though, as Stephanie learned.
So I'm
I
over
can't.
at Chantel's house one time. He's growing up and he's been smoking it. So this is not a
A
fast.
brisket of all
There
things.
there
Oh,
are
a nice
there's a
brisket.
lot of lead up to this. It's like a romantasy book before you get your first kiss. Like we know it's coming for a long time.
Oh, you
And
can smell it.
Chantel goes like an hour before dinner. Do we need some sides?
He's been cooking this for a day.
He says nothing. And then all of a sudden, like 20 minutes beforehand, it's like, all right, meat's done. What do we have for sides? And Chantel's like, what?
This
Like, I
face.
have nothing. And I was like, Pinterest, what do you got? And so she had a sweet potato and Pinterest and
I
some
just
bacon
bought
bits.
sweet potatoes too. We should probably make them on
Yes.
Sunday for his
So
birthday.
we had sweet potato, mashed sweet potatoes with garlic and bacon bits. And thank you, Pinterest, for taking a look at what she had in her kitchen and
And
making.
thank you, John,
He
for
was
buying a lifetime
he was
supply of butter from Costco.
he was very pleased with the sweet
He
potatoes.
was. I didn't get the credit though, because it was very clear that I had nothing to do with that panic attack.
Oh, whatever.
Well, I had
It was
everything to do with the panic attack, nothing to do with the food.
it was fine. It was a team effort, Chantel.
Yeah.
Team effort.
But so John comes home. We have been planning on potty training Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as soon as he got home. That was the plan. I had it written in the calendar. You know how it is.
And
Like,
then
I'm neurodivergent. It's in the calendar.
he's indisposed
And
now. He has to
he
do that.
can't do a thing. He couldn't play video games.
I mean, how is
That
he going to
means,
survive?
how is he going to survive? Like, how can he can't obviously do anything? Uh, so, yeah, I potty trained the child.
He would not
Did
use the potty a
she
week
wouldn't even
ago.
look at a potty.
Yeah, a week ago.
She
She was ready.
she had a terrible first day though. Not a maybe two drops of pee managed in a toilet, and that was from me running her all the way there, and probably from it like dripping from her underwear that were, oh my God, I have some shampooing to do, second layers of shampooing to do on
Yeah,
furniture. It was a gnarly day. She wakes up the next day, she knows how to go in the potty.
just knows.
Just figured it out.
That's
She didn't
amazing.
have an accident the entire day. She wore the same underwear all day long. John's like, I can't even say that, which really had me cracking up. I can't even say I wore the same underwear all day long. I'm like, oh my God,
Kids,
John,
are you
this,
making a guest appearance, Remy? Remy got a
oh,
week.
Remy.
I fed you. You did.
I
I'm
know.
doing
I fed the dogs too.
that. Well, that is remarkable.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
no, it really was. And today she had a little accident, and it was one of
Oh,
those ones where John and I happened to both not be in the house. We were both like outside talking to a neighbor,
mhm.
and I come in and she's like, Mommy, where are you? And she's just dripping pee around the big circle. You know, I have the stairway in the middle of the house, and she's
Yes.
just like
The,
dripping it
the whole
all
thing.
the way around the circle.
At least
And he
it's
knows too.
at least it's
Yeah,
like that luxury vinyl tile.
I know. Thank God for that vinyl plank. That stuff is amazing. Yeah, not carpet, not carpet. But anyways, that was a win.
That
My
is a
husband had a loss, but he had surgery on Thursday and he came home feeling better. Of course, his parents had to come down and take care of him, and we're very concerned. But they did a lot of laundry and a lot of dishes. I have
you
nothing to
just have
complain
to
about.
be like,
Now I
okay.
have to put the laundry away.
That's like the worst part.
I know. It's
The
like, I
worst part.
appreciate
I
you
will
for
live
doing all the
out of a
laundry.
laundry basket that of clean clothes. Like
That's what I'm going to do.
I've been pulling the underwear out of a bin of clothes that have not been folded all week long. All
Yeah.
week. But so my
We don't
husband
even have our
also,
separate socks. We have a sock drawer that just belongs to my two oldest children and me because we all wear about the same size socks. So we
My
don't even
child stole
separate our
my
socks
socks too.
anymore.
Even Adam has been stealing my socks, and we are nowhere near. I'm a woman size 7. He's a man size 12. And I sometimes find him
That's not
wearing
close.
my Joanne's sheep socks. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like,
The secrets have been dropped.
like he gets
And
paid
Joanne's sheep socks.
every single Friday at
There is
UPS.
nothing you can't find at Costco.
Not one thing. And then he has to drive by Target on the way. Every single Friday. And I'm like, honey, on
I
your
know what I'm getting him for his birthday.
just go buy socks. No. Can you do it for me? Like, not your mother.
I'm gonna buy him some brown socks.
Well, they have to be
UPS
specific.
socks.
They have to be specific socks. They pay those for him. But yeah,
They pay for his socks?
they pay for all the stuff that he has to wear for work.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, it's all UPS branded, but yeah. But anyway, so my husband is off work this week too.
Yeah, because we have husbands that are incapable of managing life.
Well,
Hers is even better
like
than mine.
the
Mine is like, you were
freakest,
going to have an issue. Hers is like,
this
didn't
is
see
the
that coming.
freakiest accident you can ever imagine. And it is the
Not
dumbest.
even a day later.
Yes, it's literally within 24 hours of Chantel's husband breaking his collarbone. I had a friend over and we're out sitting out on the deck enjoying ourselves. And I hear my husband in the kitchen right behind us. And I was like, I think Adam just swore. And she's like, I think he did too. And he comes out. And my husband, we have very good insurance. Like if we could go to the ER and pay like $10 to go to the ER.
It's great. They have better insurance than we do, and my husband's a physician.
But he's always like, you don't need to go. You don't need to
Mm-mm.
go. It's fine. It just, duct tape, it's good. And but he walks out the door. He is very
Immediately.
bloody. And he goes, I
You.
need to go to the ER. I need surgery. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? It's like this immediately tells me whatever he's done is for the
Wait, and you immediately think you've cut yourself with a knife,
well,
right?
he's was doing something with baked beans. And so I don't know what exactly I was thinking was going to happen here. But what has
Story keeps
happened
getting better and better.
is he has pulled open the silverware drawer. He has reached to the back of it to get one of the big serving spoons to stir the baked beans. And somehow, when he was pulling it back, a fork got pulled up and he impaled his finger on the fork. And by impaled, I
I mean,
mean it
literally.
went through the base of his finger, came up through the top, pushed the nail bed up. Like the prongs went all the way through his finger. He ended up with 4 stitches on the pad, 3 underneath the nail bed. His nail is currently glued in place, and he broke the bone as he did it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So he's driving himself to the ER, and me and my friend Sarah are on the back deck, and he has just put chicken wings on that neither of us know how to cook. And as I don't grill. And I'm like, and she's like, you clean up, I got this. I'm like, cool. So, and I'm thinking Sarah knows how to grill. We're fine. And
And she says
so
she's got this.
she did. She says she's got it. So I'm cleaning blood off of my like entire floor. And I come out and I find Sarah out there looking at her phone because she's FaceTimed her husband because she does not actually know how to grill. She's phoning a friend trying to figure out what's going on. And it's chicken. And so we know that we can get salmonella if we don't do this correctly. And we have no idea what we're doing. And he ended up coming over and helping us make sure we did not food poison ourselves while we were eating chicken. And then while we're sitting out there later waiting for word on Adam on what's going on, we hear this big like vroom, and she's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "I don't know. It sounded electrical." And then we hear it again, and then my neighbor is like, "You guys got power?" And I look to the side, and I'm like, "Appears not."
No.
So we have no power, finger impaled by fork. Almost gave ourselves food poisoning because
This
neither
is
of us
a Tuesday,
grill. This
folks.
is a Tuesday night. We're supposed to just be hanging out because I didn't have any kids.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm
It'd be
folding
fine.
fabric.
Mhm. Is that a Lego?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Kids are everywhere.
Oh,
Finding
the kids
Lego
are rogue.
creations in my.
Uh-oh. Brittany's got to go chase her
Oh
kids.
God.
Crystal L, she says she's helping to potty train the grandkids. Um, granddaughter used to hear her say, "Close your legs." And we'd be in till she was 3 years old. And
Oh my gosh.
her grandson once pooped by the front of the potty chair and said it was just an accident.
Hey, you know
So
what?
it sounds like he got
Almost
pretty
a
close.
win.
Pretty close.
Almost a win.
Yes.
Not
That's
quite.
funny. Almost, almost. So yes.
My first day was not a day of almost. It was a day of, oh, you paid on a different cushion this time.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what I figured out today? Because I was so busy that day. I didn't clean out the dispose side of the steam cleaner.
Oh no. That smells lovely now.
It smells great.
I bet it does.
Fresh as a daisy. Fresh,
Oh, so fun.
fresh for sure. Yeah.
But yes, so both of our husbands are bored. They're playing video games. My husband was like, "Please let me buy a video game." And I was like, you're
I
not going to get paid
suffered.
next week. Like, why do you need a video game? I'm so bored. And he's just like trying to, do your husbands, this is a poll. I need a poll. Do your husbands think that you are their entertainment? And I don't mean that in like
A
a
naughty
that's what
way.
she said way. I mean it
And
in
you use
I'm
quilts
bored.
inappropriately way.
I'm bored. Therefore, you must do something with me because I'm not capable of having my own hobbies and interests. That's what I'm wondering.
I'm
Because I
pretty
feel like
sure
that's
John is
correct.
like, I'm bored, therefore you go find something to do so that I can do it by myself. He's the kind of person that, like, if you have a chore you're supposed to, like, that would be a lot better to do together. He still does it by himself.
Really. No,
Yeah.
he's just so bored. And I like cannot work with him around. I've got to go elsewhere to go work because I
Well, you mean real work, though.
like
I mean,
real
I'm
work.
talking like
Yeah.
laundry work. John's
No.
like, it's just better to do it by yourself. Like, you do this task, I do that task. And I'm like, why don't we each do half of this task and each do half of that task, but do it together? He's like, mind blown. Can't,
Hard to function that way sometimes.
I know, cannot function. I am folding up fat quarters, by the way, because Penny got a hold of one of my fat quarter bins or whatever
Could it end up
and
everywhere?
decided that they were hundreds of blankets for her babies.
Oh, so they all got unfolded.
Yeah. Like like three of these full.
Three? Oh my gosh.
And you know
A
how
lot of
much I
fat
get
clothes.
into those. Like,
I know, and they look gorgeous and they got to fit perfect. And
and I had them all folded. They're mostly Tula, a little bit of Kaif. And yeah, she undid them all. And what are you supposed to tell her? Mommy's blankets are mommy's blankets?
yeah,
Yeah, no,
Lily
that
wants to
doesn't
make
work
a
that way.
quilt with me, so I'm gonna have to
That's really exciting.
do that. She picked out some Tula pink fabric while we were on the cruise,
Mhm.
so some purple and pink. So that'll be
That's
fun.
my kid.
Oh, it's definitely your
I
kid.
love that.
So maybe not the
I
purple.
love that.
Purple is not your thing.
Purple's not my thing, but Tula purple is not an upsetting purple for me.
Yeah.
There are people that are purple people, but they like bleed purple. Like it has to be all purple,
Hmm.
right? I'm more the like we bleed pink, all pink. Are you gonna work on anything?
No, I don't have anything prepped. Is my
You know,
problem.
that is the hard part because we've found out we cannot long arm on live. It
Yeah.
doesn't work out. We have found out that we cannot cut things on live, particularly if we haven't already processed the measurements in our head.
Mostly, I have too much stuff that's like at not a good stage for live. Is the problem.
I would say this part behind me
Yeah.
looks good. And what I'm looking at does not. There's
Same.
just stuff. everywhere. It's
This
like the
little corner is awesome.
oh my
Oh,
God, yeah, behind you looks amazing.
it
And I would
does.
assume the rest of the room looks the same.
No, my dog is currently laid on a
I know
pile.
you enough
I
to
cannot
not
put hair over
assume that
here.
the rest of the room looks the same.
Look, like this is
Stephanie
the
once
dog right
went
now.
into my bedroom.
Look at the dog. There's a pile of fabric that just
You
needs
can't even
nothing to do with
see
it.
the dog.
You can see the big black blob next to the other
The
big black.
black blob is next to another black blob that has a
Hey,
handle.
remind me when I see you that I have that same black bag with some stuff for you in it.
Okay, I'll try to remember. I'm not the person to tell
I'm
when
aware.
it's like, remember, remember.
It's in the trunk of
Unless
my
it's like a
car.
remember, I want to go somewhere, add it to the list of places.
Yeah.
If it's a travel thing, I got you. But
That's,
if it's anything else, I don't got you.
I may have sent Ray and John this gardener video. I was like, you got to do a cruise with him. He's
Oh, the
hilarious.
peonies?
Not that guy.
Hmm.
Different guy. He's a
I want to do a cruise
firefighter.
with the peonies guy.
I know, right? That's a good one. Um,
That's the
it's a
romanticy cruise,
firefighter
clearly.
across the pond who's very fit, very good looking, loves to garden, and is probably younger than us, is my guess.
Oh, they're all younger than
But
us
not by
now.
that much. Like he's definitely 30s. So
Appropriately
it's like
younger than us.
appropriately younger than us. And I was
Everybody else is like, this is
I
not
was like, you
appropriately
gotta do a
young for
cruise
us.
with them. And he's like, you got to keep in mind, we have a good joking relationship with each other. He's like, do you know him? I'm like, no, but I would like to. He's
We
like
there is
dying
a
laughing.
fire we need to take care of.
I know. Oh.
It is urgent, and this guy is the only guy that can take care of it.
I once almost ended up calling the fire department on Thanksgiving. I set my turkey on fire.
Did you really?
Well, I
It
really
makes me
did.
feel so much better about cooking in general.
I was, so we always have done Thanksgiving, just us in the Quad Cities
This
because
is like more
we
of the fabric that
a
Penny
lot.
undid, by the way.
We either were journalists and didn't have the time off, or we're running a retail store, and now, Adam's a UPS driver. It's just not a good holiday for us to travel ever. And so now I host people, but at the time I was just doing it for us. And so I would just do the turkey breast and have it go round in a rotisserie oven for however many hours, super easy.
Right.
Well, there was like a wing attached to it or something this year. And it's flipping around and flipping around. And every time the wing flips, it like hits the back and there's like a little spark. And I'm like, I was trying to rotate it like one more quarter turn so I could stick the thermometer in like the meat of the breast. And in the quarter turn, the rotisserie oven sets on fire. And I'm looking at this and
You don't have very good luck with appliances
I'm like,
not
I'm
going
like,
on fire.
I'm like, what the hell do I do now? How do I get this out? Because it's like in the back. And Adam just comes over and just biz one huge breath on it and blows the whole thing out. And I'm just like,
Thank God. I was going to
thank
say
God
either
you
that
knew
or
what you
he
were
makes
doing.
it like ignite.
I know, right? I set an iron on fire once too.
I know you've set a number of appliances on fire. Your dryer caught on fire.
That was not 100% my fault.
Was your toaster on fire?
Not the toaster.
So the rotisserie
My
oven, the
husband
iron.
melted the bottom of not one, but two air fryers because he had
Okay,
them
that's
on
what it
top of
was. It
the
was the air
stove.
fryer
Yeah, he had them on top of the stove and then turned the
because I
stove
almost bought
on
you one for Christmas.
without realizing that. Yeah. And then the iron though, it was the same iron I'd had for since college. And then when I was pregnant with Angela, so it was like 10 years later, I
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on bed rest. And so I set myself all up to
So
sew
you're not.
so
Yeah.
that I didn't have to get up. Like I had the iron, I had my little ironing surface, I had my sewing machine, and I think I don't know what I was working on, something. And I'm zipping around, I'm doing really good. And all of a sudden, iron like lights on fire at the outlet. And I'm like, so I'm
Oh,
like, I'm like pulling it out and blowing, and it was like the middle of winter, and I'm like just throwing it outside. So I go from I think I'm fine, I'm gonna sit here and I'll be
Such a Rock
fine,
Island thing to do. I'm
to
just
I'm
gonna throw my
literally
appliance
throwing
outside.
my flaming iron out the back door as quickly as possible, which you're not supposed to be doing when you're on bed rest. And like, oh my gosh. So that was my iron scare story.
And that's how you got your Alysso, huh?
Ah, yeah, it was probably pretty soon after that. But
My my iron never caught on fire, so I've been very blessed there. Although I did catch so I was making tuna helper
mhm.
and I have it on the gas stove, which obviously has a flame coming out from it. And I had the little, it comes with like a little packet of cheese or whatever you like put in and you stir it in or whatever. And it's like a paper packet. And I set it a couple inches away from the side, at least 4 inches or whatever. I don't know. A wild flame came, caught that thing of paper on fire. It floats up and lands on my iPhone,
Oh my gosh.
catches my iPhone on fire. I'm able to like pat it out. The iPhone still works. There's just like one part of the screen
Like shit
that is
singed.
like permanently like squeezed in like a black hole.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that phone lived for like another 3 years after that. But like everything that would go anywhere near that spot visually would be like stretched and like pushed into this hole. So I literally caught my phone on fire by making tuna helper. I am not a great cook.
It
Although
happens.
you've caught a lot more appliances on
I
fire
have
than I
I have
have,
caught
so
some things
maybe
on
I
fire.
shouldn't feel so bad.
Hey, I did not catch either of the uh air fryers on fire. My husband did both of those. I'm not gonna
And he
take
stabbed
credit for
himself
that.
with a fork. He might not be allowed in the kitchen after this. You might have
Right.
to get one of those
I've
red
been I've
ropes.
been doing all the things, all the things. And then
No, you
today,
have.
like it's one finger on his non-dominant hand. That is
My husband's is also his non-dominant
yeah.
arm. Although he
So
did have to have surgery, but he has pain pills. I mean, what I could do on pain pills?
yeah. But
Yeah.
so he's getting dinner ready tonight. He had some Euro kit that he's getting ready. And I've been doing like all the dishes, all the dog stuff,
Yeah,
cleaning
right.
out the
Like
trash
anything.
can, all those things. And he's like, "Can you cut this up?" I'm like, "It's your one finger on your non-dominant hand. I think you can manage cutting a tomato." And he comes into the bedroom and because I had had a day at work and I needed just a moment to myself at this point in time of the day. And he comes in and he is holding up his thumb, which has a fresh cut on it. And he's like, I just cut my non-dominant hand because I can't hold a tomato correctly with my thing like this. And I walk out there and I'm like, one, you're not using the right knife. He's like, well, I would have been in more trouble if I had. And I was like, no, you wouldn't have because it was a serrated knife and then it will not move and it'll be fine. It's just like, oh my gosh.
Even
Right
I know that.
tools. Use the right tools and you'll be fine.
Google which tools to use. They will
I
tell
know.
you. Coming from somebody that the only thing I thought I knew how to make was tuna helper, but it turns out you learn a lot from cooking tuna helper. You
Mhm.
understand how to boil things, how to simmer things, how sauces work, how long noodles need to cook. I learned everything I needed to learn about cooking from making tuna helper.
I made a lot of hamburger helper in
Yeah,
college.
basically the same thing,
Yeah.
except you learn how to cook meat until it's actually cooked,
Yeah.
preferably, unless John and his pork surprise that was not cooked.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
What?
memorable meals, memorable meals. I have
So
so much fabric to fold up. I'm still grabbing it.
I don't remember if you remember, you
This
probably
is
do.
out of hand.
It would have been the last cod camping you did and the one that I did as a senior. Um,
Yeah, I
we got in a
remember
little
that
trouble.
one.
We got in trouble.
At
Um,
C's house. I won't say the name.
yes. So we're out, our sorority would do a camping trip. We'd have a big formal, and because we're not like your typical girly girls,
Because we're not formal enough.
we would then go camping the next night at a campground. And so I had
We weren't
just
allowed into campgrounds anymore, by the
we
way.
weren't after this night. I neither of us were involved in the shenanigans that happened. I
No,
was
We
I
were,
I had food poisoning, so I definitely was not involved in the shenanigans. So I had just started dating my husband. We had maybe been dating for like 2 weeks at this point, and
oh my gosh, that was fresh.
it was fresh. And so he comes out um after he got off work, and I had made brats earlier in the night, but they had been frozen through, so they weren't cooked all the way through. And I thought it tasted weird, but like I wasn't gonna say anything about it because someone else had grilled them. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. So
It wasn't fine, was it?
right about the time that my husband, now husband, gets there, who I've been dating for like 2 weeks, I am
I didn't even meet him.
losing
So, I mean,
losing everything
that
that
I remember.
I had eaten. I'm like just in the corner, just
Okay.
vomiting it all up.
Everybody else
And
was losing things too, but not because of what they had eaten.
no, it was definitely, I had not drank enough for that to be the reason why. And so then I'm like sharing a tent with like him, my roommate, and my puppy after I've just lost everything, all the contents of it.
Oh my
So,
gosh. Was it
so bad.
Sophia or
It
Lady?
was Sophia. Lady was not in the
Yeah.
picture yet,
I couldn't
but
remember. I have pictures with your dog and not with you in college.
I have a picture of you with my dog,
I know.
but
We
not
were
together.
clearly together, but we weren't
Wait,
like,
Chantal and I have a picture together, but it is not safe for work. And so unfortunately, none of you will ever see it.
no, we probably couldn't even put those heads on a different body and make it okay.
Yeah, those bodies, when you're 19 and 20, it's a different body than when you're 39 and 40.
And the makeup and everything, some things are best imagined.
I think my hair was about this length, actually. And then I had curled it all with this half-inch barrel curls everywhere. I looked
I think
like
my hair was about that length too.
I had so much curl. So much curl.
It was a good day. We were looking good.
Very good day.
We were looking our finest, but not appropriate.
No.
No.
I took the
And it's really
I was the
unfortunate.
editor-in-chief elect, or well, I've been hired as the next editor-in-chief of the student newspaper. I took the president of the Student Government Association elect with me and his prospective student that he was hosting to this party. And the prospective student decided to come to Augustana because of that party.
I'm pretty sure I decided to come to Augustana because when I visited, I ended up at a party and I met Sean Cleary.
Oh, he's such a sweetie.
I know, but it was fun.
Yeah,
It was like, if this is what I have to look forward to, then,
yeah.
you know,
He
I
was
could
a
do
good
this.
representative
No,
of
he really
ours.
was.
He was sweet.
I'm really tired of
Folding fabric. How much?
folding fabric I already folded.
I know. How much more do you have?
Let's see, this pile,
Oh Lord.
there's a small pile over there, and then I'm done. But here's what I actually wanted to do tonight. Come to the realization, as I had said earlier, that I do not have the time to quilt all the quilts that I have over here in a reasonable amount of time. I want to have cuddly quilts for winter.
So are you
So
gonna
I'm
outsource?
going to send them out.
Ooh, have
I
you
know.
chosen a
Mm,
quilter?
ah, yes,
Don't tell John.
I did. And he's
Uh-oh.
okay with it.
Really?
I
He's
think it's
not like,
mostly
why did
because
you
he
buy
was
a
in a
longer?
motorcycle accident this week. And, you know,
Was this influenced by the pain pills? Maybe?
God, I hope so. It doesn't really matter because they're having a really good sale and deal. And I've been eyeballing these people for a while, and the price per square inch is now at the point where it's like, I can send 5 of them.
So is it local?
St. Louis.
Well, it's in the state.
Yeah, it's local-ish.
Yeah.
So not too far and everything. And I've gone through all the pantos, which I'm not like the biggest fan of pantos. But at the same time, you know what I'm not a big fan of? Having a drawer, looking at you, drawer,
Full of quilts
filled
that are not done.
of quilts that have sat there for 2 years. And some of them would be great with a panto because they would have to be custom quilted to the max
Yeah.
if I did it, because you would really want to go like that loose, free motion
Hmm.
feeling on some of them wouldn't feel right. You'd really want to like ruler work through a lot of it. And I'm like, maybe a panto's the right
Yeah.
choice. And I haven't figured out on my long arm how to do the pantos because I need to update the system, but I don't even have time for that. So um there's no
Maybe when
shame in getting
Penny
some of them
starts
done.
preschool,
I
you'll have
know,
some.
but she's only in preschool for like 2.5 hours a day for
I-
3 days a week.
How's the drive to get there?
10, 15 minutes.
So it's not like it's so bad that you might as well just hole up in a coffee shop and call it a
No,
day.
it's not like that. Like I'll have some time to do some things,
Hmm.
but I'm not gonna have time to get it all. I've always prided myself on being able to do my own quilts and not send them out.
I'm
But
that
I'm
way too.
also at the point where it's like this is never, ever, ever
Gonna get done.
going to get done. And my drawer is full.
That seals the deal. You gotta do something
I
about
know.
it.
And I
Gotta
have
make
I
space.
have an entire I should share with you guys how I store my batting. So I have batting back, let's
Oh,
see,
yes,
right
this is
there.
genius. And it was like what, $10?
It was like,
Something like
I don't
that
know, maybe $13. It is like a standing coat rack
on
that
wheels.
no, this one's not on wheels. They could have been on wheels. They have IV poles that you could do with wheels.
Hmm.
This one's not on wheels, but I didn't need it to move. So you can buy an IV pole or like a standing coat rack from, Amazon or whatever. And basically, when you buy something from Amazon, you end up putting it together. I just didn't put the coat hooks on it. So it's just this big post that
Hmm.
is like on some sort of stand, so it's not touching the ground. And then I
And then
just
you
pull
can
it
pull.
off.
So
Yeah.
that's really awesome. DK is wondering if you use Minky or Quilter's cotton for backing on your quilts. The answer is you can do either.
You can
Um,
do whatever you really want, but it comes
so
down to who your quilter, like what your
when I
quilter will
was
do.
in Alaska, there was
Hmm.
Minky really big there because it's so cold in the winter that they like to
I'm
put
going to
on.
grab my thing, but I'm listening.
So the selection of Minky that you can get when you're at an Alaskan quilt shop is significant
That
because they
makes
all want
sense.
it. But I
Do they
guess even
just do
more
the
than my
minky
flannel.
or
Yeah,
do they do minky with a layer of batting?
I bet you it's batting too.
I think you can do without, but I think you would prefer with.
Yeah,
So I'm sending in my own batting because I clearly have a roll of batting
you
and
do. You don't
it's
need to mess with that.
and the people that I have chosen, I'm not going to share who it is because I haven't seen their, work up close or anything like that. And I don't want to get into that, but they don't have 100% cotton blend.
Oh, I will do an 80/20, and I
Well,
feel
I
like
don't mind that either, but they have
as
a
long as it's
50/50
quilter's
cotton
green,
bamboo and then they have
no.
a wool option.
Wool I like. Wool is a
I
fun
do
one.
too. I
It's
don't know if
pricey.
I want to pay for all wool for some of these quilts, like even the little guy right here. I don't really want that to be wool.
Wool is good for when you want to see the texture because you can really see the
So
texture.
like when you free motion it and you take the time to do the ruler work and all that
Yeah,
stuff, in my opinion, for like a pantograph, I'm like, I don't know. I think I just want to, the best thing is for
this one's more
feeling texture
right here.
is, let me grab this little sample over here. I've been working on those shoes. I haven't done much more on this. I haven't had time, but soft and stable. If you're doing anything that's going to be like a bag or whatever,
So
soft
yeah,
and
that's a good one.
stable makes like the best puffy texture ever. Wouldn't be great for a quilt, but if
No.
you're doing basically anything other than a quilt,
Hmm.
shoes, for example, bags and stuff like that, I love soft and stable. And you know what it's compared to? It's compared to like the ceiling lining in a car.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like a slightly thicker version of the ceiling liner in a car. You used to be able to get it at Joann's, like ceiling liner.
Yeah,
How's that going for everybody?
I know, right? Has anybody not been able to have a crafting emergency fulfilled because you can't get I I know that Michaels has purchased the Joann's brands, and I saw
I haven't
that
heard good things though.
I saw that some of the Joann's brand's yarns might be coming.
That'll be
I don't
good.
think there's that many stores that have the fabrics. I think there's a couple that have it. I
Hmm.
think it's hard though. So like Michael's, the one near me anyway, it's entirely self-checkout now. Entirely.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like
There's not a human.
there's not
How
there's
does that
like not
even
really
work
human.
for fabric?
Well, there's not fabric at the Michael's near me. So yeah. If you really want a human, you can get a human, but they're going out of their way to make
It's
sure
like
you
a
do not
gas
need a human.
station, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you really need a human, technically there are disability services for the people
Yeah.
that require the services, but at the same time, you're not getting the services.
Yeah. That's how it is at mine anyway. And
I haven't
so,
gone to
I mean,
mine.
obviously they have staff there. There's people who can help you if you need it, but that's not what they want to spend their time on. And like for my short tenure at Joann's, when I was trying to figure out what I was doing next, like register, big time suck, cutting fabric, big time suck. But Brittany says fabric is online for Michael's.
There are places that have a cutting table, and I've heard negative things about there actually being somebody available to cut the fabric, kind of like Walmart.
Yeah,
There is fabric available to cut. Finding a person that's qualified to cut fabric better than you,
hard to
not
do.
going to happen.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
But the whole garment sewing thing is something that I've been dabbling in. And then to not have a place to go for other types of fabrics.
Mood.com is really good.
No,
Um,
but I don't want to spend mood money on
you
learning a
they're
skill.
not all mood money.
That's fair.
So
But you know what I mean? This is why we play with doll clothes
yeah. So
because
Mood's search engine is amazing. Amazing. The way that
really,
you can search for fabric on there. You can put in exactly what fiber content you want. You can put in what your budget is for price per yard. You can put in whether you want a solid or what type of pattern. And there are many types of patterns in there, including tiny prints, if you're looking for doll clothes type things. And you can, in most cases, order a swatch, and it will tell you if the fabric is reorderable or not. And so it is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I have, I should probably give this to you. I, I win raffles.
Yeah.
Like every time there's a raffle, I win a raffle. So I was at Frock Tales and I won a raffle for a gift certificate to Vogue Fabrics
Yeah.
up in Chicago.
Vogue Fabrics isn't what it used to be.
I know, but I still have free money there.
You and I should go sometime. We could meet up there. Vogue Fabrics. Oh gosh, that store. They used to have a couple locations. And like, everyone in that industry, it's been shrinking over time. But I
Yeah.
bought Angela's christening gown, not christening, baptism gown fabric there from their bridal fabric section when she was a baby. So this was like 11 years ago now. And that was when they were in like Chicago proper. And it
And
was,
they're not anymore. They're way
yeah,
out.
it was not a huge location, but it had a lot to choose from and it was a lot of pretty stuff. And then I went to not their current location, but a different one where they were at that
Hmm.
was just like, it was like you're walking into a warehouse. It was so much fabric. Anything you could have possibly wanted, you
That's
had. They had a quilt shop area that was like the biggest quilt shop you'd ever seen outside of like Hancock's and Paducah.
and this place doesn't exist anymore, does it?
No. Well, and so
Bad
they
timing.
changed locations again. And they still have a lot of fabric. There's still quilting fabric there. There's still really great garment fabric there. I bought the fabric for Lily's um baptism gown at this one. And but it's just not the same. Like when you go and look for like wool coating fabric, you're going to find all the normal colors you would expect to find for wool coating fabric.
But
You're not going to
nothing
find,
that's going to be
Let me find one.
exotic or different. Yeah. Sorry, my nose is cold. That's why I keep touching my nose. It's
Like
cold down here.
when I look at mood.com, this is a wool coating fabric that I can find. That's super gorgeous and fun and beautiful. And
Is that pink or red?
this is pink. This is magenta pink.
Oof.
I know I need to make a coat out of it someday. But and like
I have a lot of coats to make in my life, and I haven't ever made a coat.
I this faux fur, thinking I could make a bag out of it, not realizing how thick it was, but this was also a mood.com purchase. And
I
so
need that in my life.
someday this needs to be, I have like a yard of it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but someday it'll be a
Give
thing.
it to John for his birthday. I'll figure out something. He can have some jorts made out of fur.
I think he would prefer a brisket.
I think you're right, but
Does he
it
buy
might
his
be
brisket meat
nice if
from
he
Walmart or no?
Sam's or Costco.
Okay. I have to go to Costco to fill up with gas anyway, so that'll work.
Yeah. Oh man, that fur was really pretty.
You know you're an old man when you want a brisket for your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows it. I mean, the whole feeling broken part and not being able to sleep in his own bed for several days has,
Did you have to kick all the dogs out so he didn't get himself injured?
no, no, no. He slept in Penny's room in her recliner, like her nursing
Oh,
recliner. Penny had to sleep with me. So I have,
sorry.
what time is it? Yeah, I have no idea what is going on with the sleeping arrangement. Actually, I'm pretty sure I just heard some noise out there. So I'm pretty sure Hazel is still wide awake,
I'm
right
not wide
out
awake.
there.
I'm definitely not wide awake right now.
Well, I'm just bored because they've been doing the same thing over and over again. But you know what I need to work on? I keep on leading up to this and forgetting. I need to iron all those quilting panels and stuff like that that I need to send in. All the
Oh,
quilt
the
tops.
top? Yeah,
Hmm. Because they've been sitting, most of them, for at least a year, maybe
yeah.
two.
They probably need a little something.
They need a little something, something. So that's probably what I'm going to work on next. Yeah. Because
Pretty
I am not
frustrated by your
folding all of this right
comments
now.
of trying to find somebody who's better than you at cutting fabric.
It's true though. I
Yeah,
mean, you go to Walmart and you're like, you look like you've never looked at fabric before.
they probably haven't.
And
Probably
you're going to
haven't.
cut this. And I know you're not allowed to give you the scissors. Like, bring your own scissors.
No.
So, what's your husband going to do? Is he able to go back to work next week?
He's not sure. He's gotta go to a doctor's appointment Monday. Right
Got to
now,
get a tetanus shot or something?
I mean, he probably needs one. The last time he got a tetanus shot was when he shot himself in the thumb with a staple gun.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
He really shouldn't use his hands.
No, that one was a really dumb story. That's like the
That
dumbest.
made this one look like an accident.
So oh, I had told him to get me the staple gun so that I could fix the piano bench because the bottom of it was falling out because I had too many books in the piano bench. And I hear again a curse word come from the garage, and I know immediately what's happened. he, this is a man thing. A woman would never do this. Never, ever. He wanted to see how far a staple would shoot out of the staple gun if he shot it into nothingness. So he's doing this in the garage. He's not aiming at anybody,
Like it's a dart.
except he has the damn thing turned around and when he squeezes it, instead of shooting it into the air, shoots it into right here in his thumb.
I
And
love
at
this
this
story.
point, he's also covered in poison ivy and is all swollen shut from that. And I'm just like,
It's time.
we are the kind of people that laugh at stuff like that because what
We
else?
take pictures before we ask, how are you? Are you okay?
Like literally, like what else are you gonna do? You've shot yourself in the hand. You're at this point, you just have to grit a bit and go get a
Oh
tetanus
my
shot
God.
and an antibiotic and hope that you'll be fine. Like you just kind of have to laugh about it. And I'm like, you just need to go and just say,
Like, how
I'm not
was that?
having a good day. I need a tetanus
So
shot.
you're having a bad day.
But that was within the last 7 years, so I think he's okay. I think he'll be all right. But if it's still 7 years for tennis, but
I have no idea. Do you guys know?
Google knows probably.
Oh my God. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
But yeah, so he goes back Monday. Hopefully he'll be able to go back to
I
work.
just
I
like
need
that
like
they both did something
only
brag-worthy.
24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours. They're both in the ER. Ooh, show me. Oh, is that the Tula from Daydreamer?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I know Tula think Jade did. Like, this is how
Look at
good
this.
my fabric knowledge is.
I love this one. This is what I used for my Tula Nova, and I cut out specifically different areas so that I could get multiple colors and
I
have the
use that
rainbow going
for
around the middle of my Tula.
I used a that for a bag strap. Brittany says 10
I'm gonna
years.
grab it.
10
10
years. So we're
years?
good
Well,
there.
yeah, she would know.
She would know.
Here. See, I know where everything is in my little cluster of the world, but I used
You sound like me.
that
Go with
same
that. Not
fabric
gonna
going
tennis.
all the way around, just the different gradients of it.
Yeah.
I have a lot more parts than this. They're just not put together. And maybe never will be. Although after doing part of this, I'm like, I could have had a Tula Nova done in a month and a half, comparatively.
I mean, if you want to do mine next.
Right? I just want to do mine, but it's been so busy that
I feel like, I don't know.
hmm,
I'm just
you have
very
things to say.
into other things at the moment.
Well, I'm not. I'm very into nothing right now. It's
Hello,
very
Liz.
boring.
You're
I
not late to
wonder
the
how people feel
party.
this way. You're never late to the party. The party never
No, we're
stops
just
over here.
Stephanie's falling asleep is what's happening. Is here.
Let's see. What time?
It's 10:30.
We can't end yet.
No, I can make it longer. But I don't know. I'm sure I will be back at sewing at some point soonish. But right now,
You know,
my brain
yeah.
is very like focused
Books.
on books. So like this course, there's two that I'm going to take, and I should be able to be done by the end of the year. And then there's like one big one that I want to do at the beginning of 2026. So that I want to, ooh, the trash panda.
This
I
is
love
my
it.
favorite one
That is a really good one.
by far. There's just something about the little guys going for the trash cans. There we go. Yeah, going for the trash cans and everything. I just
But
favorite fabric.
my goal is like try to publish a book or at least get a book deal in 2026. That's my goal. And then and in the next couple of months, I have a lot of video editing to do for the quilting book coming out. So because I was talking with my publicist over there today about that. So
You have other things about your cruise that you didn't bring up?
uh
I
did
feel
I
like
tell
you were
you
very comprehensive about how the cruise went. I am
my
very
child
interested to
is
know if you are going to share anything or sell the pattern or do classes on that, or if you're saving that for the next cruise.
I don't think I'm supposed to share it because it's supposed to be a cruise exclusive. Um, I feel like if I wanted to do something like a year or two later, I probably could, but we're still kind of in a little bit of transition with the business.
Yeah,
So
a little bit
until
of a
that
limbo.
gets wrapped up, I kind of need to let it hang.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, but I'm just wondering because even if you recreated something else, I know that there's so many of your patterns that are based on the 60-degree triangle
well,
and
and
the
I
60
really
degree diamond.
oh, heck
And
yeah,
that is like
I do that.
in the same way that you couldn't hurdle quite over the idea of making names for everybody, there are a number of us that cannot hurdle over the fact of like moving beyond the square and
Yeah,
the equilateral triangle.
and it isn't hard. Like the quilt,
It's not,
the design that I put,
but
there's just tips and tricks. And
it looks hard.
so I, it had been, you know, you do things every day and you don't think about the little detail of it.
Hmm.
And like one of the things I noticed that people were really struggling with that I have never said on a video before. So you're hearing it here first. is when I'm doing a pin and I'm doing like the two pinning method. So I got one going straight through the fabric and then I'm doing the second one to hold my points in place.
Hmm.
I put my ring finger underneath those dog ears and then I kind of like do one of these. So I'm like holding the fabric in place so that it doesn't flop all over with my ring finger. Let me see if I can grab something. So I'm like holding it like this, and then I'm like putting the pin in like against my ring finger to kind of hold that like corner up.
Hmm.
It just like holds it up enough to where it makes it manageable to get the pin in without everything shifting all over the place. And I have never once like thought to say, put your ring finger here, because it's just something that my body does without my brain having to think
But it
about it.
doesn't mean everybody else's does that.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was kind of a
Makes
fun
sense.
thing to remember as I was going through it. But the way
That's
I
the thing
designed
about
it,
going to a live class, though, is that
yeah,
you catch people doing the things that they do.
it was
Not,
so funny because every time I would walk by, like when I teach a class, I'm in motion the whole time. I do not sit.
she
And
wiggles a lot.
well, that's not, I mostly just want to
It's
make,
not a wiggle. It's not a wiggle.
I feel like I want
You're,
to make sure that I'm seeing where everybody is at,
yeah.
that I am not missing somebody doing something wrong that is going to need to be unpicked later. I want to try to catch problems before they become bigger problems. And
You're an active teacher.
yeah, I'm
It's
not just
not a
going to be
passive
like, here, do
activity
this thing, and then everybody does
and
the
you
thing
stay
right
at the
there up
top of
front.
the class.
Like
It doesn't work that way.
that's not how I work. I'm in constant because also if you're ever in one of these classes, we all start at the same part. We're all going to end at very different places because we all have different speeds. We all have different comfort levels. Some of us are there to have
For
just a
different
great
reasons,
time, and
too.
some of us really want to get it finished. And you have everywhere in between. And so, we're all going to start with the same step one. Wherever we get to is a totally different situation. And the way I designed this pattern was as long as you were able to get two blocks together, you knew what
Hmm.
you needed to do for all the rest of them. But the first one was just understanding the construction of the block, how to do it without a Y seam. And it was
Hmm.
all straight diamonds. So nothing overly complicated.
Right.
And then the second one, we made our diamonds from equilateral triangles. And then it was the same construction method, but we were just starting with double the pieces. And then the third one, we combined all of our methods to create a really stunning block that a lot of times you might look at a pattern and think, I can't do that. But it's like, no, you can, it's just smaller
Or
pieces.
that has to be English paper piece or something
Yeah,
because that just
something like
couldn't.
that. So it was a lot of fun. I think they were like, I wanted to make it like an epic project because it's like we're doing the cruise to Alaska. We're gonna be working on this for a week. I want a
Right.
really pretty table runner. So there were like 17 fabrics in this table runner. And I think that was a little much for people to wrap their minds around.
Wasn't it like 3 days of travel plus additional times kind of sporadically
It was like
intertwined?
3 sea days. And then when you're in Alaska, a lot of times you're only in port in the afternoon and evening.
Right. So yeah, so
Yeah.
3 days plus the
Plus
intertwined
mornings,
extra.
a lot of
Yeah.
mornings, yeah. But
That would be hard. It's funny because it doesn't seem like much when you've done it a million times.
yeah,
And then like I send my stuff out to Instagram or whatever and TikTok and I'm looking at my quilting stuff and people are like, "Wow, I wish I could learn that." And I'm like, "Oh, it's not that bad." But then I look at how far I've come and I'm like, "Yes, but I guess you'd really need a good
it's
amount of,
possible.
there's a lot of things I figured out going from the point where I didn't really know how to square off a block that I just made, or
Yeah.
the fact that my block might not be the right size and it should be the right size when I'm done.
And
I didn't know
why?
to measure that. I didn't have a
Yeah.
square ruler
Did
or
did we
anything.
cut it wrong? Did we sew it wrong? Did we press it wrong?
Did you not have
Some
the quarter-inch
combination
foot on
of them
your
all.
machine?
Yeah, that too. I didn't have that for a long time and didn't know the difference.
Did you just cut everything with that one ruler that you have and it's actually not wide enough to be able to That was my one of my early quilts was
Yeah.
like I didn't have the right tools and you can do it with the other tools, but man, it's so much more difficult. If I had just had the 12.5 inch square ruler, I would have been able to do so many other types of
That was
quilts with
like
that one
the
ruler.
third ruler I purchased. And for a long time, I just had the 6 by 24, the 6.5 inch square, and the 12.5 inch square.
Yes. Yes,
Long
me
time.
too.
That was all I needed. And then the
Hmm.
equilateral triangle ruler came into my life. And
Yeah, I have that, and then it was the next was the 8.5, and then after that, I think it was the
I do have a 9.5. I got that
oh,
when
which one
I
is
did
it? The
a
sidekick
t-shirt quilt.
one.
No, I got the 9.5 inch one when I was doing the quilt out of the kids' baby clothes. That one was so.
I had the mini one of this one,
What
the
is that?
sidekick one. So I was able to do
Yeah.
your quilts because it has the pointy points. But then eventually I bought the big one because I have a pattern that'll use this. Just
Mhm.
haven't gotten to it. So it's not even out of its plastic yet. But this is a great, great
I think
one
I have
for
that one
your,
too.
yeah, for your diamonds and your triangles and things. But I have the smaller one. And then I realized when I went to kind of start on this one, I didn't have the big one. I needed the big one for it. So I should probably take it out of its plastic because
I
I'm
mean,
going to do the quilts that I bought.
someday.
And I'm going to have time to do them because I'm sending all my quilts in to be quilted,
There you go.
she says.
You might
We're
as well.
saying that. You know, there's so many quilts that I want to custom quilt and I want to think about it and I want to daydream about it. But you know what I really want? I really want to cuddle up in a pile of quilts that I made so that my kids are not like, Mom, you don't cook, you don't do anything. You're like, no, I made these 15 quilts that are on top of you right now. Your fort is created by me. That's what I want.
I did not make the nebula. I do have a friend who made the nebula.
Oh,
Uh,
I think I have that.
I have a friend who loves Jaybird quilts so much that she has a spreadsheet of all the patterns she owns and all the patterns she's made.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Chair said spreadsheet.
I will have to ask her for it. This is a local friend.
Oh, I have that one. I never touched it yet. It's in here. And that
Yeah,
was
well
part of the,
done.
yeah, that was part of the reason I bought it. I love
Ooh,
the Jaybirds quilt stuff too, because yeah, it's on my list because it's a Tula one. You know, I can't help myself.
Jaybird and Tula are besties.
They
Maybe all together.
they're tight. And then yeah, I have good intentions with this one, which actually this might be a really good one to pick up because it is mostly done. It is not an English paper piecing one. I always seem to pick up an English paper piecing pattern and I'm like, this is the one I'm going to do. And then it's like for the next 5 years.
That is how it goes. I think I'm on year 7 of my Tula Nova.
I don't even want to think about how old my
I'm pretty
Tulanova is.
sure
It's old enough to be potty trained.
I'm pretty
So
sure it was like a 2015. So maybe older than that. No, it
yours
couldn't have been that
is
old. It couldn't have been that old.
yours is like 17 probably because that fabric was out when I was in Tula.
Yeah.
Mine is, well, Daydreamer, so
Well, let's
five,
see.
6, 7 years, something like that. Although I am not, oh, I want to look at the chat real quick. Let's see. Didn't one of you make the nebula? We did not make the nebula, but then Brittany said, I want to turn um plain something that throws into quilts, micro fleeces backing, glorious. And actually I've seen that Carly Porter likes to use the micro fleece and fluffy blankets from like Costco for the backing of her quilts. And I mean, she quilts. She doesn't just piece. I mean, she's mostly a quilter. She's like the godmother of graffiti quilting. So it can be done. I just haven't. You know what I have? I have an addiction to 108 fabric, and that is why I have not used a throw
I
for the
like a good
back.
108 because you
Love
always
a
end up
good
with a little
108.
bit of weird tension when you like piece a back. And then
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's when I end up with like puckers on the back is
Mm-hmm.
when I've done something like that.
I just don't want to piece the son of a, I
That too.
just don't want to do it.
Google answered, I have been working on Tula Nova since 2017. Yeah. Maybe I can aim for a 10-year anniversary of that one. Maybe.
Mhm.
Possible.
We got pretty far on our trip. If we get to go on another cruise, then
This is
that,
true.
and we would be doing English paper piecing this time through. So,
Yeah. You would have to teach that for sure.
although, yeah, I was thinking about like they did a now I can't think of the name. The piecing that they did was a particular quilt type that I hadn't done before, but it was really fun to work on like kaleidoscope quilting and things like that
Yeah.
with it.
The curve
But I
seam.
have to admit, working with like a triangle type or a diamond type quilt center
Mhm.
is really good for figuring out those like kaleidoscope looks. Or the one I'm working back here is 10 pointed stars.
That's insane. That's
They're
just
like, beginners can do this. And I'm like,
no,
beginners should not start with 10 pointed stars
definitely not.
because you have to get all five on the first half to basically sunrise all the way around and work. Then you have to get the other five to sunrise all the way around and work. And then you have to sandwich those together and somehow get the center to not be a huge hole in the middle.
Liz says she started Nebula in 2022 and finally started working on it again.
Oh, cool. What kind of fabric are you using, Liz? I think that's really awesome. See, you're not late to the party. The party just started.
It's all good.
It's all good. I've
Stephanie's
been
fake.
making a lot of bags and things like that. Like I admitted to the crowd last year, I didn't start to finish an entire quilt, like start and get it all the way quilted throughout the entire year. I had projects that I finished from the previous year. I had projects that I started that went into the next year, but I did not have a single project that I started in 24 and ended in 24 that was a quilt.
Have you already done that this year?
I have a quilt top that's going to get quilted. But
Sorry.
that doesn't mean I don't have projects.
Ooh,
I mean, I made a dress, I made a
that's something.
purse, I have a lot of little things that I've made. I mean, little things, but there's always those projects that you get excited about and you just like crank them out. They
Mhm.
haven't been quilts. Not all sewing has to be a big quilt.
No, definitely
Who
not.
was it? Let me look up here. Some people, Donna likes to make big quilts. I
I
don't like
used
to
to,
make
when
big
I wanted
quilts.
to learn a new technique, I would make it big. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it queen or king size, and then I will know it by the time I'm done.
You knew it by the
This
time
is
you were done.
this is Stephanie pre-children.
Yeah,
This is
well
you can tell the
that's
difference.
fair.
Yes.
Now we would go for a twin size, I'm sure. You're like,
Maybe
it's
in
bigger than a
about
throw.
13 years, Stephanie will make king size quilts again. When
I
I
just
am
don't see
an
the
empty
point
nest.
of making a king size quilt for myself because my,
I
I
need
don't
a
know,
basset
my,
hound out of my bed. That's what I need.
what did you think of that video I sent you of the basset hound doing the agility?
My dogs would never do that.
So I
The-
sent her this video
It
of
is,
this basset
look,
hound doing agility where it
it was
goes over the
super,
thing and it's like, poof, poof,
it was
poof,
super
poof.
impressive that it was able to do the agility. One, because mine wouldn't even clear the lowest bar.
No,
The fact that it then had the attention span to do it all
and
and
then
not
do
get
the
tired,
things like,
and the ramp, the fact that it did the ramp.
like, duh, 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 duh,
Like there is
duh,
a
duh, duh, duh.
there's a phrase out there that the basset hound's greatest enemy is stairs. And
I,
that's accurate.
I also feel that
That's accurate.
personally.
So like Jelly Roll needs assistance to go down the stairs.
Willow's not
She can do
doing
it,
much better.
but she wants somebody to hold her collar as she goes down. So
Oh my God.
I do have a
I think
few
the
close
basset
behind me.
hound is like the best type of dog because they're just so awkward.
They are rather lovely and adorable. The problem is we have too many and they're large. And so they sleep in between my husband and I. So it's basically like having a third person down the middle of the bed between the poundage and their size and how much they take up. And sometimes they try to do an H and you're like, stop that.
No,
Do that.
no.
And the older one, I don't know what she does, but she always has these dirty jowls. And so I can have a beautifully clean everything in my room. And then all of a sudden she's on the bed and it's like she's just swashed it with dirty God what. And so like
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
I do not put quilts out upstairs where the dogs can get to them
That's
because
true.
she
She
can
doesn't
destroy
put them
it.
on her bed anymore
Like I
because
can't have them on there because they will be destroyed. It will be stained and I cannot get it out. And I've put too much work in it to have that happen.
I
So
have that problem with Ben, which Ben is my tiniest dog. He's like 9 pounds maybe, but he's at this like old age point that if he toots, like it's not just a toot
the little extra
anymore.
comes out.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, oh, now I gotta change everything. And he's just very happy with himself, like an old man would be.
Liz has a comment. So she has all the Tula fabrics and she made a cutting error. And thankfully it was on a solid pink so she could purchase more. I ended up when I got my spirit animal order bundle, they told me my rep told me it's enough where you can do it mostly with a fat quarter bundle. I was like, okay, fine. Fast
Sure.
forward to last fall, I'm cutting stuff up and I'm realized I don't have near
Like
enough
7 years after
fabric.
this has been released.
And I'm searching it, and you can still find Tulip Pink Spirit Animal. It's out there. It exists. There are people who didn't use it, and now they're
Oh,
selling
yeah,
it.
it is out there. For how
But,
much?
but you're gonna pay like $10 a fat quarter. It was painful, just
If
painful
if
to
it's
pay
not a
that much
main
money.
fat quarter, if it's
Yes,
one of the main fat quarters, like with the little otter or
birds.
whatever it
Yeah,
is, $20.
yeah,
It's bad.
it's insane.
It's bad.
But
I
oh
have
well.
some Liberty that I think I'm probably going to give you because I got it in a mystery box. But like, look at the colors. It's cotton though.
That is definitely my colors.
This is like 1,000,000% your colors. You have an
I
entire section behind you that
I
is these
do.
colors.
Well, that's
And
because
I'm
I
looking
designed
at
this
them and I'm
fabric
like,
right here.
it's still Liberty, but I it's not my Liberty.
I have Tula Pink ribbon set for you. That was what I brought and forgot to give you last week. So this
That's
is why you
okay.
need to
I
remind me to
actually
get
have
in
an
my
entire
car.
tote bag that I had a gift that I had bought for you, and I've had it upstairs
So
sitting in my
I have
bedroom on the floor for like, I don't know, 4 months.
I have a Ruby Star Society tote bag that you could not buy back when they
I'm
came out.
excited for that.
And I have a banana notebook and I have your
Yes.
it was like metallic.
Oh
It's
my God, I'm crazy about
cute.
bananas.
And then the Tula Pink ribbon pack. And it's all in the truck of my car. It's ready to go.
I have your purple fabric on the floor, and you know what? I still didn't use the purple fabric.
You know, you had good intentions. I'm not missing it. It's fine.
The
Really not
project that
appreciate
I
it.
was doing is still sitting right next to it.
I know. It's just, shiny new things are fun. It's very easy to be like, I want to do the new thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
maybe what I need. I need a shiny new thing to get me excited about a sewing project.
You've been hanging out with me too long. You're like, I need a shiny new thing. And I'm like,
I
that is a
do.
Chantal talking.
I need something to grab me again. Because I
You just
literally,
need to work on your book. You're in it to
it's,
win it.
it's bad because at this point I've added so much stuff that I know I'm gonna have to cut back a ton. So
I don't know, though. You might not have to.
maybe
Maybe
not
just a thinning.
something.
You're so tired. I can tell it.
Weird.
You were like doing this thing. You're like,
I am. I don't know what it
I'm
is.
rubbing my eyes out. I'm like,
It's the
come
basset.
on,
I
let's
can't
move.
sleep because of the basset hounds. I don't even know if I told you this. I had a sleep study done and I got the
Oh,
results.
yeah, I remember this, but
This
I
is
don't think they
hilarious.
heard this.
They're like So
You stop
you
breathing.
stop breathing like it's something like 2.6 times an hour. An hour, 2.6 times an hour on average. But it needed to be like five or something like that for the insurance to cover it. So they're like, so you can either purchase one yourself or you can just continue to not breathe every 2.6 times an hour while you sleep. And I'm like, maybe I'll just continue trying to lose weight so that maybe I won't have sleep apnea anymore.
So that maybe I can breathe when I sleep.
Maybe just a little bit might be helpful. And I'm like, well, this makes sense why I'm tired all the time and waking up. But,
Yeah,
but yeah.
that's
This was
wild.
actually my problem is I went to bed at a decent hour and then I woke up in the middle of the night and was awake for 2 hours. So either I am awake until 1 or 2 in the morning or I'm up for 2 hours in the middle of the night. Apparently
Okay,
this
that's
is a lot.
completely fair.
Yes.
Last night, everybody fell asleep, and then I got back up and tried to like pick up things. Did it look better in the morning? No. Did anybody notice? No. Did I suffer?
But you said your husband has noticed that you do things because he's around and he cannot do them
Indeed,
himself.
it was not noticeable enough this morning, I have to admit.
Oh, that's
And I did a little bit of the scrolly scroll too,
of course.
and didn't sleep like I should have. It's okay.
You know what?
I'm pretty tired though.
I think I know what my shiny thing needs to be.
Mm,
I think I need to get like some quilted pleather
hmm
black for like a bomber jacket. And this is the body of the bomber jacket. And then the sleeves and collar and stuff are from the pleather.
I feel that.
And do it for Lily.
So disappointed it's not for me, but yes.
I don't know that it's enough fabric to be for you.
No, I don't think so.
It's only a yard. I don't know. You're small. It would
I
definitely not.
am, but
The
that's a lot
problem
of
with
fur.
doing it with the fur is the grain matters a lot because it all has to.
Oh, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. You don't want like up fur and down fur.
Yeah, it's got to go the same way.
Yeah, it's got to go the same way.
Uh,
That makes sense. If you made one for her and then like her doll, that would be
oh,
amazing.
it is way too thick to be doll clothes. I literally got it thinking it would make a cute bag, not thinking it would be like a short pile fur.
hmm
It is. It is like shag.
Oh,
Like it's like,
just cut it into a rug, lay it on the floor.
but yeah, that's the stuff I look at. And I'm like, I should just do it'd be like a weekend thing.
Weekend projects are what I need right now.
Oh,
Something to tell myself that there is a project worth starting and finishing. Like
mhm.
the fact that it could be finished would be great. There's just, I don't know, there's so many things that they're not finishable. That's the thing about quilting. It's a long-term event, right?
It definitely is.
It is not for the immediate need, although there's so many steps that
You can
you
get
can
the
find.
dopamine hits like
hmm
along the way.
Clearly you can because I'm a quilter.
Yes.
So, and I need that, but at the same time, like,
But yeah.
hmm
All
you're
right.
tired,
I'm
dude.
falling
We should
asleep.
go.
All right. Next week, I will plan something for next week. I will actually do something with fabric next week. I promise.
I folded a lot of fabric.